Hello, friends. I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope it's fantastic. Everything here is good. And I watched a video today, a video that has been popping up on my suggested videos feed for a while now, and I've been putting it off because I assumed correctly that it was going to uh, kind of stir some conversation in me, and I wasn't quite ready to have that conversation yet. But the video is titled "The Toxic World of Self-Help, Hustle Culture, Toxic Positivity, Addiction, and Fake Gurus." And I will link it in the description because I feel like it's a worthwhile watch. And essentially the video is about the self-help culture of hustle, do more, be better, and how addictive that culture can become. For those of you who are new here and aren't aware of, for the past 5 years ish, I have been on a pretty deep and extensive self-help journey. I say that not meaning that I have been involved in this self-help culture at all. I haven't been. I haven't even bought a book. I just mean I've been helping myself. One of the comments on that thread, or on that video that I thought is pretty hilarious, is supposedly a quote. I don't know if this is true or not. That says, "If you're looking for self-help, why would you read a book written by someone else?" And that's credited to George Carlin. Sounds like something George Carlin would say, but I also kind of feel that way. I've never really gotten the self-help thing. I have read a few self-help books. A few years ago, there was a book that was like doing the rounds. Like, this book is freaking phenomenal. You have to read it, called Eat That Frog. And I can tell you I listened to that book on audiobook. It's like 2 hours. It's not even that long, maybe an hour and a half. It's a very short read, very short listen on audiobook. And I can tell you that the title of that book is the most interesting part of the book, because that's literally the entire book. Eat That Frog, the idea is just do the thing that's difficult. That's it. And it's a 2 hour long read to just keep telling you, eat the frog. Duh. Right? There's no content. There is zero substance to that book. But it was a phenomenon for a while. Everybody was talking about it. So I read it just to see what it was about. And there's this episode of The Family Guy, if you've watched The Family Guy, where Brian, the dog, reads one of these self-help books, and he's like, "I could write one of those in a weekend." And then Stewie's like, "Well, why don't you?" And he goes, "I will," and he does, and then it goes on to be a bestseller. And it's kind of the same thing, just seriously empty, not even thought-provoking content, just content that's entirely geared to make you feel good in that moment, and then when it's over, it's over, and so you have to go buy the next self-help book. So that's kind of what this video is about. I have been on this journey of self-help, literally helping myself, but I haven't been doing it through inspirational content or any of that stuff. I have been doing it just through the things that you've probably heard about over the years, and have just dismissed, right? Or maybe you've taken them on to be a part of your personal routine. Things like regular exercise, going outside, meditation, journaling. There's a whole slew of the commonalities for all these things are essentially be more thoughtful. Going outside is proven to help with depression. Sunlight is vitamin D. You need that, right? I take a pretty heavy dose of vitamin D every day because I don't get enough sunlight. But also, going outside means put everything away and just go be in a place in time. Forget about the phone calls and the emails and the messages, and just go be in a place and time. And there's a lot to be said for that. There's a lot to be said for just packing it away. So while I've been on this adventure, Unfortunately, I still don't get to go outside very often. I don't do it. Exercise has been hit and miss. There for a while, I was doing really well with walking the dog about mile every morning or so. Haven't been doing that over the last year. Exercise last year, I was doing really good with doing a morning kind of back routine. I've been having back issues. That stopped around Thanksgiving, but I'm back on that. I've been doing it all month this month, and that's been good. It's more or less like a physical therapy than it is exercise. I'm not really like working up a sweat or anything. It's more just strengthening my core so I don't have back problems. I don't want to get old and have continually have back issues the rest of my life. Eating healthy, I kind of don't eat bad anyway. I've never been a sweets person, so I just kind of eat good food. I do love bread, and I will eat a ton of carbs if presented to me. So lately, I've been just cutting portions. I'm trying to look my best for my wedding day, kind of thing. Nothing dramatic. And I think that watching this video about this self-help stuff, there's really not a need for any like super dramatic, you have to do this. The adage of if you do it for 60 days, it becomes a habit is complete BS. I think that most of us will know that you could do something for 60 days and then immediately just not care about it ever again. And with most self-help topics, the stuff that they're kind of shoving at you is stuff you don't want to do anyway. If you did, you would have already done it, right? And so saying, I'm going to do this for 60 days and then it'll become a habit, that's just crap. That's not how it works. It takes continual effort. And these are things that I learned in my teens. I learned about meditation in my teens. I had a really good therapist who taught me meditation in my teenage years. And I just kind of stopped working on it for my 20s and my 30s. Like, I just kind of quit. But it does really seriously help. Journaling, I've kind of always done. But I tend to find that I really only journal when I'm, like... when I'm having issues, like intellectually and emotionally, when I'm having those issues, that's the time of my life when I journal the best or the most, or I stick with it. When things are just going okay, I tend to not pick up my journal at all. So I've been conscious of that lately. But I think that, watching this video, if you watch the video, I think that there's some good messaging in there that's basically like, be kind to yourself. That's the real takeaway, right? You don't have to be this amazing, hustling, in the limelight person that you think you need to be. Just be you and be okay with that and learn how to be nice to yourself about it. That's the part I've been struggling with, and I'm still struggling with, and I'm trying to work on it. I'll let you know how it goes. Anyway, just wanted to talk about it a little bit, because I think it's an important topic. So if you do watch it, let me know what you think in the comments. Otherwise, if you have some self-help advice, or if you have read a book that has like really truly helped you, let me know in the comments. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know sounds smart is periphery. It is a noun meaning the outermost part or boundary, the outside edge. Craig's plans were always on the periphery of what could be charitably called normal behavior. Periphery. P-E-R-I-P-H-E-R-Y. The only reason I know that word, not the only reason, but the reason that it sticks in my head is I used to play a lot of Battletech when I was a kid. I had a friend who absolutely loved Battletech, and the periphery of the solar system was a big part of that.